Hello, everybody. Today I'm glad to put some questions on active vocabulary of intermediate course, Unit 1. So try to answer them as soon as possible, as quickly as possible, and if you have a chance, try to repeat the words somehow. Try to remember some definitions, if there are some synonyms, expressions, prepositions. Try to make it effective to you. So the first thing is auxiliary, assistant, and the adjectives supplementary, extra, additional. The question is, what's the auxiliary verb of past simple? Do you remember? And what's the auxiliary of, let's say, future simple? Conditional. Conditional too, I mean. Okay, I hope you know. Now, the question is, are you paid for extra time at work? Or perhaps you're gonna be paid in the future? Or never? What's your opinion on that? Do you think it's a good idea to be paid for extra time? Or it's okay not to be? It should be all, well, based on enthusiasm. Well, let's continue. Do you care for extra quality of the groceries that you buy in supermarkets or maybe some markets? Is it important? What do I mean by extra quality? I hope you understand. Well, sun's ray or a ray of sunshine. Is anybody in life, is there anybody in your life that you can call easily a ray of sunshine? A ray of sunshine to me. A person, any relative, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, maybe your boss. Who knows? Or it might be your teacher. Okay, let's continue. Have you ever been under circumstances when you couldn't notice a beam in your eye, but blaming everybody else? How did you feel then? Is it a tragedy, disaster, not to notice it? The beam in your eye. What's the way out? Okay, let's continue, shall we? Within reach. What's the opposite meaning? What's the antonym? Out of reach, right? What do you say in English, social English, when something is out of your reach? What do you say? What's the synonym for huge? Is it giant? Enormous? Right? Tiny? Perhaps not. So, if we are talking about, I don't know, maybe buying apples, do you prefer huge apples or tiny ones? Or do you care for size at all when you're buying fruit or vegetables? Let's say potatoes. Should they be huge or not? One of my favorite questions now. Well, do you like to take leaps in the dark? So, what do I mean? If you are an adventurous person, if you are risky, if you're risky, do you usually take leaps in the dark buying something new? getting acquainted with somebody new, making friends, taking trips. Some little geography quiz. Where is the international date line? Maybe you can mention the ocean. How many oceans are there on the planet? What's the biggest ocean? What's the smallest one? To mean. What are the synonyms to mean? Denote, signify, stand for. What does VIP stand for? What does NASA stand for? Which gesture signifies confidence? Do you like to invent? What is your best invention ever? What's the most important invention of the 20th century, in your opinion? Is it penicillin, or it might be computer, some vehicle, or just a simple washing machine or dishwasher? What's more important to you? A dishwasher or a cell phone? A cell phone or the internet that you're using now, by the way? Do you like to read stories about different assassinations? Assassinations attempts? I guess not. Maybe yes. Then why? Do you like to read fiction? Science fiction? What's your favorite genre? Do you fall asleep when you're reading? Or it excites you a bit? Makes you, I don't know, be stronger, liver? Or you don't care? Perhaps you prefer watching movies, playing computer games. It also makes sense for many people. So try to explain what you prefer. Have you ever seen the Statue of Liberty? If not, where is that located? Taiwan? Russia? Or Canada? Or it might be the United States. Do you like to do the dishes? Do you enjoy doing the washing up? How often? When you have some project, do you usually try to meet the deadline? Well, try to be honest now. Tell me, are you usually behind schedule or ahead of schedule? How often are you on schedule? Can you afford to buy a car? Are you self-employed? What's your attitude to freelancing? Do you think it's not very clever? Or perhaps you guess it's a very smart idea? What does it depend on? What does it depend on whether you can be successful as a freelancer? Okay, let's move on. Next question is, what do you call an affordable price for a computer? Let's say laptop computer. Is it 500, 400, perhaps $300? I guess it couldn't be cheaper. Well, moving on. Where is the Polish embassy located? In Ukraine. Consulate? Have you ever talked to a consul? Have you ever raised any funds? What was it for? Well, next question is connected with competition. Do you like to compete? You like to compete, don't you? And have you ever been under a situation when you said, well, we are too small to compete, unfortunately. But later on, you changed your opinion, you grew up, and you could move on. Wonder. What is the synonym? Wonder. Miracle, mystery, I guess. Do you like farming? Do you think there is a brilliant future for farming in Ukraine? Why not? I see your irony. But perhaps you can be quite optimistic here. Famine. Who knows what famine is? What is the synonym of famine? Hunger, starvation to some extent. Do you like to starve? Do you think starving is a good idea? Drug abuse. Is it a problem for Ukraine? I guess rather some alcohol abuse. Have you ever misused anything at work? I understand it's a very provocative question, but still you can, well, might not be honest. The main task here is activation, right? Let's continue working. What grain crops do you know? At least, okay, 4. All right. What is your favorite grain crop? I guess buckwheat. Oats, rice. You know that in the United States and Canada, people have very slight idea of buckwheat, what it is in general. The Ukrainians love buckwheat. Do you? Surface. On the surface. Well, can you possibly, do you have this experience to detect the problem at once. If it's only on the surface and you need to penetrate, or rather to probe the surface, to probe the market, well, let's continue to take a step, to take a bold step or a careful step. Observatory. Let's combine this in question. Observatory. I guess the Ukrainian scientists could take a bold step and build, construct some observatory, perhaps in Kyiv, and take part in space observation. What do you think about this idea? Or perhaps first we should develop farming. Do you believe that there is intelligent life outside or beyond our solar system? Or it's beyond you? Do you care? Yeah, who knows what the future holds? You're right. In the future we can have some knowledge of that, but still not yet. Not yet. Do you feel any advances in your English? Really? Glad to hear that. Or maybe not. I will repeat the phrase, who knows what the future holds. But much depends on you. On your position inside, on your motivation. There isn't a single teacher who can make you love English or understand it's important to you. Or perhaps there is somebody. Humble, in my humble opinion. Do you like the phrase? How often do you use it? You remember the abbreviation? What's the average life expectancy in Ukraine? What's the average life expectancy in Japan? Are they the same, those expectancies? Oh, different, right. Quite agree with you. They can be the same, of course. So, expectancy. The word. Reward expectancy. Can a genuine friendship be based on reward expectancy? A real friendship. Why not? Are you a person who likes to have their life on the move? Are you a person on the move? Do you understand my question? What are the popular holiday destinations for Ukrainians? Egypt, Turkey, Crimea, maybe the Carpathians. What's your favorite holiday destination? A ballpark. What is that? Can you give me a ballpark? Just a ballpark of your future annual income? Can you give me just a ballpark of your expected test result? No idea. Alright. Do you think any campaign, political campaign in Ukraine is based on merely greed for money, fame, or some mercantile ideas? Do you like to be brief? Do you agree that brevity is the soul of wit? No. Oh yes. Why? Do you think that Olympic Games should be commercialized? Try to explain your position. Have you ever been acclaimed the winner? When? Do you think any country on the globe should possess nuclear weapons? Who is it up to? I mean, to decide whether to have it or not. To have them, rather, right? Nuclear weapons. Is it easy for you to focus? For example, right now, are you focused? Are you following my questions? Do you manage to answer them within breaks? Do you need to say to yourself, focus, focus, concentrate, or not? The attention span can be different, right? Good manners. Are they important in anybody's life? Good manners. Hmm? Have you ever traveled by plane? Did you like the security precautions taken there? Do you think they are important? Do you think they are annoying? Why? An urgent surgery. Have you ever had one? Okay. Urgent. Urgent work. Urgent message. Urgent phone call. Do you like when anything in your life is urgent? This urgency idea. Does it bother you? Do you feel irritable? Is it okay? You're a person on the move, right? So you like to be urgent and hectic. You know, like when things are, right? Rather, things around you are urgent and hectic. And not you, of course. Right? But you can be hectic too, right? When you feel on the move, when you're hasty, when you're fast all the time, when you're behind your schedule, you need to not to lag behind. You need to hurry up. Do you drive? Do you ride a bicycle? Can you ride a bicycle? So the question is, has your car ever skidded on some slippery surface? Have you personally ever skidded on some surface? So how did it happen? Can you describe that? Try to use past continuous. Okay. Have you ever fallen in love? Of course you have. Okay. Do you like to try on new things in clothes stores? Do you like to go sightseeing? What sightseeing? What spots are your favorite in Lviv or Kiev? Okay, now try to react to some social cliches. Ready? Hurry up, we're late. Sorry, I'm late. I got stuck in traffic. Bye, Mom. I'm going to school now. Have you heard that Jenny and Pete are dating? Are going out? How much time did it take you to do your homework? I don't know about you, but I'm sick and tired of this rain. Who was that I saw you with last night? Tell me the truth. I'm exhausted. I'm taking next week off. What do you think? What do you say? Hey, let's go running in the park. Can we meet together today at 3? What a gorgeous coat you're wearing. Was it expensive? Alright, hope you enjoyed the questions and understood all of them. Take care.